Welcome to Crafting Made Simple.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into some really cool ideas for bringing that bohemian vibe into your home.
Yeah, that boho style. It's so popular.
Totally. And we're getting inspired by a great blog post from Paperflow Designs. They've got a list of easy, stylish DIY crafts.
I saw that. Some really accessible stuff.
Exactly. So if you're listening and thinking, I want to add some free-spirited charm,
Yeah.
make something yourself. This is for you.
Definitely.
Oh, and before we get started, just a quick reminder, sign up for the Crafting Made Simple newsletter.
Good idea. More inspiration there.
Yep, links right there in the description. Okay, so our mission today, let's really explore these crafts, not just the how-to, but why they work for that boho feel.
And how you can tweak them, make them your own. Personalization is key with boho, I think.
Absolutely. And all the supplies we mentioned, links are in the podcast notes, or you can hop over to paperflowdesigns.com.
Perfect. It's interesting, though, how boho isn't just one single thing, is it?
No, not at all. It's kind of a mix.
And these projects from Paperflow Designs really show that range. You've got macrame textures, then something like a rustic pallet shelf.
Yeah.
It covers a lot.
It does. So let's start with maybe the most classic boho thing, macrame wall hangings.
Ah, yes, the iconic macrame.
They look amazing, but maybe a bit intimidating if you've never done it.
You can seem that way, yeah.
But the post breaks it down really nicely. You basically just need your cotton macrame cord,
Different thicknesses work.
a wooden dowel, or like a piece of driftwood could be cool.
Oh, driftwood is perfect for that natural look.
Yeah.
Then scissors, measuring tape, pretty basic tools.
Right. And the knots.
Well, what's cool about macrame coming back is, people wanting handmade things again, that tactile feel.
Yeah, getting hands-on.
Exactly. Taking simple cord and turning it into something beautiful just by knotting. The lark's head knot is how you start attaching the cords to the dowel.
Okay, lark's head, got it.
And then it's mostly square knots and half-hitch knots to make all those patterns you see.
So those are the main ones to learn.
Pretty much the foundation, yeah. And it's not new either. Macrame's been around for ages. Centuries, actually.
Wow. Okay, so it's got history, not just a trend.
Definitely.
And Paperflow Designs really pushes the customization, right? Like
Yeah.
you can change the cord thickness, the pattern, how long the fringe is.
Totally. Make it tiny or make it huge. It's really adaptable to your space and style.
Okay, cool. Now what about something maybe a bit smaller? The macrame bracelet.
Ah, yes. That's a brilliant starting point.
Seems less daunting than a whole wall hanging.
For sure. If you're curious about the knots, start here. Same idea, mostly square knots, just miniature.
What kind of cord for that?
Wax macrame cord works really well. It holds the knots nicely. And you can easily add beads.
Oh, beads. Yeah, that adds personality right away.
Exactly. It's quick, satisfying, you learn the basics, and boom, you've made something wearable. Or a nice little gift.
I haven't made one, but now I kind of want to. It sounds fun.
You should. It's very satisfying.
Okay, next one. This taps into that resourceful, upcycled side of boho. The DIY rope basket.
Right. I love this idea. So simple, so effective.
You just take a plain basket, could be anything really,
Thrift store find, maybe.
totally, and grab some rope, hot glue gun, scissors.
That's it. And you just wrap it.
Yeah, start at the base, glue the rope on, and spiral your way up.
Instant texture upgrade. It changes the whole look of the basket.
It really does.
Yeah.
And they're so useful, right? Paperflow Designs mentions using them for blankets, plants.
Or, hiding clutter stylishly. Always need more stylish storage.
Always. It adds that nice natural tactile feel, too.
Uh,
Okay, moving on to something maybe a bit more construction-y, the pallet shelf.
the palette project. Yes, very boho, very rustic.
Definitely speaks to that upcycling vibe.
For sure. Palettes are often free or cheap, and they have that great kind of raw look.
So what do you need? Sandpaper, I guess.
Yep, gotta sand it down, smooth out the rough bits, then maybe some wood stain or paint, depending on the look you want.
And screws in a drill to put it up.
Exactly, secure it to the wall. It's pretty straightforward, but makes a really functional, unique shelf.
Yeah, the post calls it easy homemade room decor. I can picture it adding that sort of relaxed, almost industrial light feel.
And it feels good using something reclaimed, giving it a new life.
Definitely. Okay, now for something with a bit more mystique. The DIY dream catcher.
Ooh, dream catchers. Very hippie, very boho chic.
Tied to Native American culture originally, right? Though used more decoratively now in this style.
Yes, important to acknowledge the origins, but for the DIY version, you start with a hoop metal or even like a sturdy vine or branch could work.
Oh, a branch would be cool, more natural.
Totally. Then you wrap it with string or yarn, that's the frame.
And then weave the web inside.
Exactly. You create that web pattern. That's where you can get creative with the spacing and design.
And then the fun part, decorating.
Feathers, beads, bits of lace, maybe, whatever feels right. That hippie crafts DIY feel, like the blog says.
I like that they mention hanging it over a bed, the traditional spot. Adds a nice touch.
It does. Okay, next up, using fabric scraps. Fabric wall art.
Yes. This is brilliant for using up those little bits of fabric crafters always seem to have.
We all have that stash, don't we?
Definitely. So you just need embroidery hoops.
Uh-huh. Different sizes work well together.
Fabric scraps, obviously. Hot
Yeah.
glue gun. Scissors.
Super simple setup.
You just stretch the fabric in the hoop, tighten it, trim the extra off the back.
Maybe glue it down neatly.
Right. And then you've got these little framed fabric pieces.
And you can pick fabrics with cool patterns, textures, maybe something sentimental even.
Oh, yeah. And the post suggests adding other bits, too, like lace or beads or a bit of embroidery.
Embellish away. Make them really unique. Have you seen these used in like a gallery wall arrangement?
Yes. They add such a great soft texture next to prints or photos.
Totally breaks it up nicely.
And Paperflow Designs calls it an easy boho craft for a bedroom. Adds that softness.
Perfect for a bedroom. And again, great for using upcycled fabrics if you have them.
Okay, last one on the list. This one can make a real statement. The DIY beaded curtain.
Ugh, the beaded curtain. Very retro. Very boho chic.
Brings back memories for some people, maybe.
Definitely. But they can look really cool and modern too. Great as like a gentle room divider.
Or in a doorway, or even against a window. Adds movement, color.
Texture, sparkle maybe, depending on the beads.
So how's it made? Wooden dowel or a curtain rod?
Yeah, something to hang the strands from.
Yeah.
Then string fishing line works well because it's strong and kind of invisible.
Okay. And beads. Lots of colorful beads.
Mm-hmm. You just cut your string to length, thread the beads on.
Making patterns or just random?
Either way, that's the fun part. Then tie the strands onto the dowel. Done.
Paperflow Designs suggests it for teenage girls' rooms. Yeah, I can see that.
Totally. It has that fun kind of whimsical vibe.
But honestly, a really nicely designed one could look great anywhere, couldn't it?
Absolutely. It's all about the bead choice and the color palette.
So looking back at all these, macrame wall hanging, bracelet, the rope basket, pallet shelf, dream catcher, fabric art, beaded curtain.
It's quite a list.
What really connects them all, I think, is that idea of personalization you mentioned earlier.
Yes. The blog gives you the basics, the starting point. But each one is just begging for you to add your own touch.
Choose your colors, your textures, add little found objects, maybe.
Exactly. Make it yours. That's the heart of boho style, really. It's not supposed to be perfect or mass-produced. It's about expressing yourself.
Well said. And they all celebrate texture and natural materials too, don't they?
Mm-hmm. The softness of yarn and cord, the roughness of wood or rope, the smoothness of beads.
Yeah.
It all adds to that warm, inviting, collected over time feel.
It really does. So for everyone listening, hopefully one of these sparks something. Which one are you feeling inspired to try?
Maybe start small with the bracelet or go big with the wall hanging.
Whatever you choose, remember you can find links for supplies in the podcast notes or check out the original post on paperflowdesigns.com.
Yeah, check out their post for sure.
And one last reminder, don't forget the Crafting Made Simple newsletter for more ideas like these. The link's in the description.
Sign up. Keep the creativity flowing.
So we've talked about rope, wood, beads, fabric, lots of ways to get that boho look. It makes you wonder, though, with all these ways to bring that free-spirited touch in, what other kind of unexpected things could you incorporate to really, truly reflect your own unique style?
Ooh, good question to ponder. Maybe found objects from nature, old jewelry parts, endless possibilities.